Okay, so anyway, that was a waste of time. Um, let's just go ahead and cut this out. And we'll just make it to where if 19 is typed in, then it'll say woot. So, oh, come on, F7. Then F5. And let's say that's not it, or that's not it. But I do type in 19 right here. Wow, it just really doesn't like that. Interesting. Interesting. Well, anyway, that is possible. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave it as an else. And let's see. Sorry if you'll forgive me. It is kind of like the middle of the night right now. Okie dokie. So, I'm going to go ahead and just write and talk about one more kind of conditional statement, and that is a switch statement. Now, switch statements are just like an alternative to an if statement, I suppose. Going back on the topic of input, we could put something like cout. Sorry, I keep asking, but type in one more number. And this should be the last thing we have to type in. I'm going to declare an integer called a number. And basically, we're going to write a switch, and it's going to wait for whatever number is called. And if we have a case 1, then we'll probably put down something like cout. You put in the number 1. And we should break. And then we put a case 2. And we see out. Basically, it's going to read what number has, and if any of these cases match, so if the case is 1 that is typed in, then it's going to show that output. And if the case is 2 that is shown, then it's going to show that output. And basically, the break is kind of a new keyword. But what break does, break exits the switch statement. And that's kind of important because what's going to happen is if you don't put break, is it's just going to go through every single other case, and it's going to display all of those too. So you don't want that. So basically that's why we're doing it this way. And then case 3 is number 3 is a magic number. Just like the Schoolhouse Rock video. If you've never seen 3 is a magic number by Schoolhouse Rock, you should watch that now. And then you can also put a default saying you just put in some number. And that's basically with any other case. And I believe you end that with some kind of, let's see, hit F7. It succeeded. So we'll put that, and S to type in the number again. We'll just kind of go through this. In fact, 9. Oh, that's right. Okay, So what it wants us to do is initialize it. So let's go ahead and hit Shift F5 to exit debug mode. And we'll just put in 0. F7, F5, and we'll put 90, 90, 90. And the reason why it didn't ask us to type in a number is because we didn't put in anything for a number. And that is why it wanted us to initialize it. Silly, silly me. As I said, it's kind of late. So yeah, we type in one more number. So I'll put in 3. The number 3 is a magic number. And then by default, it just says you just put in some number. And of course, you don't even always have to have a default statement. I'm just going to go ahead and hit Control K. Or I can just delete it. And there you go. Also, it might have done that because I forgot to put break for both of these. And I was just saying how important that was. But, you know, like I said, I'm just making silly mistakes because I'm just kind of tired. But, wish I would have picked a better time to do this. But that is basically the 2 different conditional statements that one can use. That one typically uses. And that is typically used inside video games. So, yeah, that concludes this tutorial, or this part of the tutorial. So basically HW for you is to work with all conditional operators, and then work with switch statements. And once you do that, next time, for sure, now that I have a set lesson plan, we will be working on arrays. So yeah, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.